Rooney. Right fielder Alex Friedrich. And DH Jeramy Matos. We'll open up with the opening statement from head coach. Then questions will be directed to the players, and they'll be excused, and then questions for the head coach.
Tonight's another outstanding college baseball game. Another one-run game. As a baseball team, we have had 21 of those this year. And tonight, once again, was just two outstanding teams competing like crazy. My hat's off to Stony Brook. What an outstanding baseball team. It's the first time, obviously, we've played them all year. Tremendous amount of respect for the way they play the game, how well coached they are. And we knew going in that it was going to be a battle. We did, and that's what we got. And from our standpoint, we had a bunch of clutch plays, as we call them, in all different areas. I couldn't be prouder of the effort of our kids tonight.
Questions for the players, please.
John Denton from UCF Athletics. Alex, talk about what you saw, the ball coming off the bat, and where does that catch rank for you in right field?
Well, that last play, I mean, off the bat it sounded pretty well, but I thought he might have got jammed a little bit, so I know the wind was howling out to right, so I took a couple steps back. Obviously, I didn't want to get burned over my head, and I heard Ronnie talking to me the whole way, telling me room, 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 and then I heard gravel, and then he said fence, fence, so communication really helped right there, and I got to give credit to Ronnie for talking me through that play.
Where does that rank in your career? I mean, you've had a ton of big throws, big catches this year. Where does that one rank for you?
Well, considering the importance of this game, I would probably say put that one at the top. So.
Dave Fronis, college baseball insider. Jeremy, just talk about your home run. Right after they battled back from 5-0.
Yes, they got on. There was runners on first and second. I was looking for an off-speed pitch because that's what they've been throwing me. So I saw one. I took that fastball before. I saw the hanger, and I just threw my hands, and then I realized it was hit pretty well. So, sorry.
Talk about all the emotions up and down through the game. You start off with a big lead, they come back, and you take another 9-5 lead. They almost come back.
We knew that those few runs we scored, we knew that wasn't enough, especially in college baseball, and that sacrifice fly by Talladay, Darnell Sweeney moving him over was huge. That was a big run for us, and then Joe Rogers, doing what he does best, coming in and closing it out 2 nights in a row.
Alex, a lot of nights defense gets overlooked. You guys didn't have an error tonight. I mean, big play after big play. Talk about the way you guys have fielded the ball defensively.
Well, yeah, obviously defense wins championships, and we feel like we got good enough bats. We're going to put up runs, and we got pitchers that are going to put the ball in play for us. So obviously every pitch you got to be in it, and you never know when the ball's going to be hit to you. So we did really well defensively today.
You guys talk about what you learned from that Rice series, and Coach said, and a couple of guys said that you would be better for having gone through that in the regional. Is that helping you now, Jeremy?
Yeah, I think it is big time because, Rice is really good. They got really good pitching, and, we faced pretty good arms in the whole Rice series, so it got us ready seeing, the guys that are pretty dominant going into the postseason, which really helped us,
Jeremy, have you had to make an adjustment? They're throwing you a lot of off-speed pitches. I mean, you're not getting as many fastballs as you'd like, I'm sure. Talk about the adjustments you've had to make.
Yeah, it's been a little tough, but really trying to actually let the ball, try to let it get deep, because I have quick hands, so I don't realize that sometimes. And been working with Friedrich, because they throw me and him similar. So, we just try to work on going the opposite field and letting the ball travel.
You guys are now 2-0 in the winner's bracket, and the number 1 seed in the tournament is eliminated, or in the regional is eliminated. Talk about being in that position and the advantages of that.
Well, it's a big advantage, tomorrow, instead of having to play a doubleheader, we get to play one game, and if we win, lose, we have another day, but they're going to be in the sun all day. It's more of our favor. It's all teed up for us, so we got to just handle business.
Ken Carpenter, Valencia Voice. Guys, yesterday he had a home run off Petrie. He hadn't allowed one all year. Tonight, starter, only 1 home run all year. Talk about the pop that you have sort of all the way through your lineup.
I feel like we got a bunch of guys that are real strong, and if they're trying not to get their pitch, and they're not missing it. So I mean, we have had a bunch of clutch hitting. I mean, we had, I think, 6 hits and 9 runs, and the other team had 11 hits and 8 runs. So I mean, that just shows that we're hitting the ball a lot better with runners in scoring position, which is huge in these games.
Dave Bellman, Bread House Sports Network. Alex, I'm going to have a little fun with this one. Coach might kill me, but I'm going for it anyway. Alex, you tweeted Kim Kardashian before the game. Was she here tonight? Did she see the catch? And do you have a message for her?
She must have not got my tweet because I didn't put her on my ticket list, but if I have a message for her, there's always tomorrow, Kim.
Alex, can you describe what the dugout was like in the ninth inning?
Oh man, it was huge. I got replaced defensively, so I was in there with the guys, and we were just doing everything rally. We had rally chewing gum, I think, and for every out. So I don't know, it was huge. We had all the confidence in the world in Joe Rogers. He's been doing it every game this year, especially all the one-run games, all 21 of them. So we had all the confidence in the world. We were having fun, and that's what we play for. So.
Any more questions for student athletes? Thank you, John.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
And now for Coach Rooney.
Brian Bean, Valencia Voice. Coach, Real Madrid's been pretty lights out all season long. We seem to struggle when he comes in with inherited runners. Why do you think that is?
I think it's pitching. I mean, I think it really is. When you look at the entire season, from start to right now, look at the entire body of work, he's been incredible. He's been awesome. And you're right, in the last few outings, he's struggled a little bit with his command. I think with all of our pitchers, there's nothing, it's pretty simple in essence. I mean, you got to get ahead, you got to pitch down in the zone. There's a few situations that he hasn't done that. And when you come in as a reliever, whether it's setup or close, automatically you are inheriting runners. So it's magnified much more, as opposed if you're a starter and you can go out 4, 5, 6, 7 innings. But when you come in those late innings, and if you leave 1 or 2 pitches up, it gets magnified a lot more. But look, let me tell you something. Real Madrid will be there for us the rest of the way. As far as this entire season goes, he has been an enormous part of our success this year and will continue to be.
Jerry, put that in perspective, that Friedrich catch against the wall. I mean, tying runs on second base.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, obviously it's huge. Alex Friedrich, for everybody obviously that has followed us the entire season, his story is great. He deserves all the accolades that he's going to get from where he has come from his freshman year. Not only does he swing the bat and hit in the middle of our lineup, that catch, though, he's been doing it all year with his defense. When you look at it, people that have seen us play, not only is he making the catches, how many assists does he have from the outfield? He's got numerous. So a lot of times the defense, most of the time defensively, doesn't show up in the box score. But Alex Friedrich this year, his senior year, has turned into a complete baseball player.
I want to ask you the same question I asked them about, being 2-0 in the winners bracket and in that position.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's where you want to be as a baseball team. You want to put yourself in position that somebody has to beat you twice, but at the end of the day, we just got to play one game at a time, and that's the truth. We talked this afternoon at our team meal, and I told the kids, so we're going to have to find a different way to win. I really believe that. It was 2-1 yesterday. I wasn't sure it was going to be another one-run game. It was 2-1 yesterday, and obviously another one-run game today, and tomorrow we more than likely have to win it another way, so they just have to be prepared for it. But I can tell you and I can assure you that the confidence with this team and the consistency in which they play the game has been there all year. They're at a point that they expect to win this regional. They do. And that's what everybody's mindset has to be. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but that needs to be the mentality. And these kids came in here on a mission. We talked about it yesterday after the first game of that Conference USA tournament. I mean, we got run ruled. I don't want to say it woke them up. I just think it's baseball and those things happen. But since that point, we've been pretty resilient in our efforts.
How important was it for Matulis to be able to give you a long outing, considering it's Joe and Roman yesterday?
It was huge. It was huge. Chris Matulis, look at all the different roles he's fulfilled for us this year. He's been a starter. He's been a long reliever today. Yesterday he's a closer. Obviously came in and did that. So he's done a lot of different roles for us. And Chris has continued to get better and better and better and better, in my opinion, throughout the entire season. Chris had Tommy John last year, didn't pitch, continued to work, and I think as you've seen the season continue to progress, his command has gotten better and better. So Chris is obviously, it was huge for us. Tomorrow we still have some pitching available. We really do, but Chris Matulis won't be available tomorrow. That's one guy that's not pitching. I said it.
Okay. Coach, can you talk about Ray Hansen a little bit? It looked like there was something a little off. He seemed to be walking off the mound quite a bit. Was there something wrong? Something hurting?
No, there's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with him physically. Just the balls were up in the zone. The balls were up in the zone. This time of year, from inning 1 to inning 9, we've played, as we just said, 21 one-run games. Everything matters. It does. Every pitch matters. One thing as a coach, you try to tell your kids, one of the 2 biggest things that I try to preach to them is you have to learn to play 120 pitches on each side. You have to learn it. It doesn't just happen. Everybody coach talks about stay in the moment, stay with it. It doesn't just happen. You have to learn to play every single pitch, and it's not easy. Use the analogy a lot of times, think about the major leagues. I mean, you have 45, 50,000 people. You've got to stay in the moment every time that pitch comes, and kids have to learn that. That's experience. And I think today, with Ray, just his pitches were up in the zone a little bit, and obviously he got hit and lost his command. But Ray has been tremendous for us, and Ray's going to continue to do a great job.
Jerry Matos rarely gets cheated on a swing. Talk about the adjustments he's had to make, seeing curveball.
He's done a great job with the adjustments. I mean, Jeramy Matos is in the lineup for one reason, and that's his power. He's turned into a great hitter. And as he's continued to go through the season, he's just seen pitches. And the more pitches he's seen, the more at-bats he's gotten. You look at the beginning of the year, the first third of the year, he didn't really play. I pinch hit him a lot because I knew I had the opportunity to drive the ball out of the yard. But he's continued to get better and better and better in his approach. All great power hitters, there's lots of guys with great power. All great power hitters recognize the pitch they can hit out of the park. That's the difference. Look at it, just use the major league analogy, but when you go up there and you're seeing guys throwing 95 to 100 miles an hour, you either have to sit on a pitch or a location. Guys who have power, the whole key to hitting a ball out is not to miss your pitch. The difference in Jeramy Matos as the season has gone on is his pitch recognition. That's the difference, and he's realizing which pitches he can drive out. It's not just, he's got bat speed, as he just said very confidently. And he does. He's got some bat speed, so he can hit fastballs and he can hit breaking balls. But he's in the lineup for one reason, and that's to drive the ball in the gaps and hit it out of the yard.
Do you allow yourself to think of the position you're in now? On the verge of taking this program to a super regional, and you still got a long way to go, obviously. But how far you've come?
I'll think about it more after the next few days. Depending on contingent upon what happens, obviously. But the guys have done a great job. I'm most happy when in these situations. It's all about the kids. It's all about the kids. It's not about me. It's about those guys, the 26 guys in the dugout who have made this happen. These guys showed up this year when they got back on a mission, and it's the truth. I know sometimes it can be an overused coaching phrase. They did. We talked about it yesterday. We had a bunch of guys on our team that had the opportunity to sign professional baseball contracts. They didn't. Those group of kids got UCF back to a regional last year. Some guys turned down the opportunity to play pro ball. Some guys, whether it's at a high school, junior college, or guys in our program, and then just everybody, whether they're drafted or not, they came back on a mission, and they were trying to put themselves in position to win a regional. And in the first half of the year, the regular season, I feel like they did that. They got themselves inside the top 10 in the country. They were ranked there. They had over 40 wins. We were one game out of first place for a regular season championship. This is a whole new deal, and it's all about the kids, and they've done a great job so far.
Coach, do you have any challenges with the 2-0 lead right now in terms of managing overconfidence, just trying to corral these guys and get the task completed?
You have to watch out for that. I'm not overconfidence. I think what the most important thing is I just want them to be concerned with our game and one pitch at a time. That's it. It's not about motivation right now. It's more about just getting focused. And for our kids, they know what's at stake. I don't need to tell them. The most important thing is that they just kind of calm down a little bit when the game time starts and just play every single pitch.
Have you decided yet who is going to pitch tomorrow night?
No.
Will you
Any more questions for Coach?
Thank you.
Thanks.